been a culling out process for the people that I once called friends. Are you rising up like this? If so, I'm curious. Tell me about it. What was that like? I once was this way, and now I'm this way. I can just malleable my way into self-compromise. I am so accepting and I'm so understanding of other people and their practices, and I can be so giving that I found myself in compromised positions. Has this ever happened to you? Being nice and being kind are sometimes two different things. There's this wisdom that keeps reminding me that foot care is just as important as the more fun things, like the music playing. Over these last years, I have been quite transparent, and I've opened up my growing process with you. Some of you have been pretty critical, hurtful, hateful sometimes. Others have been quite supportive. One thing that can be particularly confusing, especially when you're a child, is when you see the people who are helping you the most also hurting you the most. Sometimes we're told that shame is love and love is shame. It's been a culling out process for the people that I once called friends, and then I've also made some friends that I didn't really understand how friendly they were. I've discovered that praying for your enemies, loving those who hurt you, that's the deepest practice I've ever known. One thing I've learned over the past years is that being nice and being kind are sometimes two different things. I was an expert at being nice and being milquetoast and just, making sure that I didn't say the words that offended someone, and I was constantly stopping and checking myself. I realized a great neurosis in the midst of that, and I realized that my most significant relationships were also requiring that of me. Apparently, I'd made that agreement in my most intimate relationships, and that, my friend, was fucking annihilating. Maybe you know. And that's when I started praying a prayer of fearlessness. That prayer of fearlessness, among many other things, launched me into a second marriage in which I encountered the part of myself that was so deeply compromised. And I had another chance to maintain my own integrity, to tell another human being exactly what it was that I could participate in and what it was that I could not participate in. Do you have a similar story? Are you rising up like this? If so, I'm curious. Tell me about it. What was that like? I once was this way, and now I'm this way. Things have changed. There's been a transformation. These are the types of stories that we need to be connecting to as human beings at this point, because this is the story that we must encounter as a species. Here's a cautionary tale for you. A cautionary tale is like, hey, don't go over there. There's a cougar in that territory, and he will eat your family. Watch out. Be careful. Nice ate my lunch. Let's see. How can I say that differently? I love being gentle, compassionate, nurturing, and kind. I don't even mind being nice, but I found that I was being nice to the detriment of my own integrity. My ship's hull was cracked and sinking. I could no longer stay afloat with nice. And I love being malleable so much that I can just malleable my way into self-compromise. I am so accepting and I'm so understanding of other people and their practices, and I can be so giving as a person that I found myself in compromised positions. Has this ever happened to you?